Okay, today we're going to be doing Wylock 5th grade lesson 12, negative numbers in the number line. So compare. Draw a number line from negative 3.5 to positive 3.5 and label each 0.5 unit. Write greater, greater than, less than, or equal to for each. Okay, so let's draw our number line from negative 3.5 to 3.5 first. Okay, so this is our number line. Then each 0.5 unit, so okay, just say that it's like that. Um, let's just say it's ends here. This. Okay. And then each one would go by 0.5. So this would be negative 3.5 here. And then it would be negative 3, negative 2.5, negative 2, negative 1.5, this, negative 1.5, and then negative 1, negative 0.5, 0, and then 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, and then it would go all the way up to 3.5. So, if we look at this for reference, we can see that number one, we know that as the number line goes towards the right, the value increases. So we know that the number keeps getting larger and larger. So if we look at here, 1.5 is what to 2.5? So if we just look at our number line, we know that 2.5 is over here and 1.5 is over here. So since 2.5 is on the right of 1.5, that means that it is larger. So that means that 1.5 would be less than 2.5. So let's check number two. 1 to negative 1. We can see that 1 here is greater than negative 1 because it's on the right. So this would be 1 is greater than negative 1. And then number 3, negative 2.5 and 0. Negative 2.5 is here, 0 is here, 0 is bigger, so negative 2.5 would be less than 0. Number 4, negative 3 and negative 1. Negative 3 is to the left of negative 1, so that means that it's less. And then 0.5 and 2.5. 2.5 is larger, so 0.5 is less than 2.5. Then 3 and 3, they're the same number, so it's equal. And then for these, we could try them without the number line. So we know that since it's 2 and negative 1, and negative 1 is a negative number, so that means that a positive number will be greater than it no matter what. So this 2 is greater than negative 1. Same case for number 8. 3 is greater than negative 1.5. And then for number 9, both of these are negative numbers, and although 2.5 is a larger number than 0.5, since we're in the negatives, this would mean that negative 0.5 is larger because this number, if we look up here, negative 0.5 is closer to the right than negative 2.5. And then number 10, we could use the same example. Negative 2 would be larger. And then 11, it would be the positive number that's larger. Number 12, 0 would be larger. 13, 0.5 would be larger. 14, 1 would be larger. And then you can repeat these processes up until number 18. And now the next section is solve. Choose a method where we could use mental math, estimation, pencil and paper, or calculator. So number one, on a cold day, a thermometer showed negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit in the morning, 4 at noon, and negative 5 in the evening. Order the temperatures from lowest to highest. Okay, so we know there's negative 10, 4, and negative 5. So we know that as the number gets bigger for negative numbers, that means that it becomes smaller and smaller. So negative 10 would be our smallest number here. So negative 10, and we're doing lowest to highest. Negative 10, then the other negative number, negative 5, and then 4, which is our only positive number, which means the largest. Number 2, the temperature was 2 degrees Fahrenheit at 6 a.m. By noon, it had increased by 10 degrees. By 6 p.m., it had fallen by 5 degrees. So what was the temperature at 6 p.m.? Okay, so what we're doing is we start at 2 degrees Fahrenheit, so we have 2, and then by noon it increased by 10. So we add 10. So by noon it would be 12 degrees Fahrenheit, And then by 6 p.m. it fell 5 degrees. So it would be 12 minus 5, which is 7. So at 6 p.m. it would be 7 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 3, the low temperature for 5 days in Barrow, aka, were 6 Fahrenheit, 8 Fahrenheit, 4 Fahrenheit, and 2 Fahrenheit, or 2 Fahrenheit and 5 Fahrenheit. So what was the average or mean of the low temperature? Okay, so when we're taking the average or the mean, what we want to do is add up all the numbers that were given. So we would want to do 6 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 5. And then we'll count how many numbers there are in total, how many numbers we're adding up. So we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So since we have 5 numbers, we would add this up and then divide everything by 5. So if we solve this, this would be 6 plus 8 is 14, 14 plus 4 is 18, 18 plus 2 is 20, and 20 plus 5 is 25. So this would ultimately become 25 divided by 5, which is equal to 5. And this would be our average. On December 28, La Crosse, Wisconsin reported temperatures from -8 degrees Fahrenheit to -1 degrees Fahrenheit. What was the high temperature of the day? Explain. Okay, so if we're looking for the highest temperature of the day, we're looking for our largest number, and since it reported temperatures from -8 to -1, we're looking for the largest number, and if -8 and -1, one of these have to be our highest temperature. And since we know that as numbers grow larger in the negative region, they grow smaller, we know that it would be -1. That was the highest. Round each number to its greatest place value. So this is simple rounding, and the greatest place value means the largest number value here. So we would look at the farthest left. So it would be 1 here. So this would turn into 1,000. This one, 10,000. This one, since there's a 7, we would round this into 300,000. And then number 4, this would turn into 7 million. Number 5, the 9 would turn into just a 900. And number 6 would just be 200, as this would round up.